Taurus, welcome. Thanks for joining me today. We are here to do your December 2024 monthly reading. My name is Tina. Let's dive in. We're going to first pull a message from the Inner Peace deck. Please show me the one message that'll be most beneficial. There we go. For Taurus. Complete my thought. Here we go. Oneness is the way. How can you show more compassion and acceptance towards those you don't understand? Yeah. So, I mean, sometimes this card appears when you are finding it difficult dealing with others. Beyond that, it's been definitely a huge universal human energy in the past few months, and definitely heading into 2025 of, unity consciousness. We are all connected. We are all one. Okay, so that kind of flows into that. But each of these cards comes with a divine assignment. So I'm going to read that for you now. Love is within you and connects us all. You can increase your communication with all of life through respect and love. As you do this, you will start to see how similar we all are, and we are indeed one. If a person is causing you stress, instead of seeing them as separate from you, use this opportunity to recognize the higher self within you and them. When you become one with the other, you become one with everything in existence. Once you tap into the infinite love and power of your higher self, which is beyond your individual personality, you cannot keep yourself separate from others. It really is important. And, it can feel a little cliche to say, we all deal with the same things. So, it's hard but we really are. We are all more similar than we are different. And when somebody has opinions, maybe say political, different, we're just coming off of in the United States, we're coming off of a big family oriented holiday. And sometimes, with the current political climate, it can be quite taxing people's opinions. But, this is a really good reminder that at the core of it, we're all human, we're all connected, and we have more in common than we have differences, right? Okay, let's get into some tarot. I'm going to remind you that I have personal readings available at very, very affordable prices. I try to keep them very attainable for everyone. That is via my website, which you can find the link in the description of this video. So please check that out. And I always remind you of personal readings because we are talking to a lot of people here, so I can't tap into everybody's individual energy. So if this message does not resonate today, get a personal reading. But I will say this is a monthly reading. If it doesn't resonate today, come back in 2 weeks and see if some of these messages have synced up. You'd be surprised how often they do. All right, let's dive in. Energy for, I'm not taking that. Okay, it was the King of Pentacles. It'll come back if it's meant to. Energy for the sign of Taurus for December 2024. Energy for Taurus, December 2024. Okay, first card is the overall energy for the month of December. King of Wands. All right. We'll talk about all these cards after I pull them all. Recent past for Taurus. Queen of Swords. Central or core issue this month. Justice. What challenge will Taurus face this month? Ten of Pentacles. What fear will Taurus feel this month? Seven of Pentacles. What does Taurus not see coming in December? Queen of Pentacles. And what is the overall outcome for December? The Empress. Beautiful. All right, quick peek at the bottom of the deck. The Page of Cups. Okay. Page of Cups is just subtle underlying energy, undercurrent of energy. Page of Cups is a sweet sentiment, a message coming in, maybe apology. So keep that in mind. Not a main player, just like to look at it. Okay, so let's start it here. Overall energy, King of Wands. I love it. Now, don't look at any gender in my tarot readings. We always talk about the energy, the vibe of the card, not the gender. Okay? King of Wands. Well, this is an ambitious energy. Ambition, excitement, passion towards something, going for what you want to go for, a sense of control, taking control over a project, your life, your emotions, anything. It's kind of that take charge energy and ambitious. Yeah. Wow. Nice. Your recent past. Queen of Wands. So, your recent past, have you had to make some tough decisions based on logic, just seeing very clearly the truth in a situation and maybe cutting things out that no longer serve you? I would say maybe you've done a little bit of this process and you've moved it kind of flows into this King of Wands energy. It makes sense. Queen of Swords is a very no nonsense queen, unemotional, but then flowing into this King of Wands energy after kind of taking care of some business that needed to be taken care of here, which is going from a very non-emotional, logical kind of vibe into much more passion driven. So I kind of like that. Now, the core central issue for this month, justice. It's a major arcana, so it's a really important thing to have right at your core energy. It's a big energy of, you'll see here the balance of the scales and the sword of truth. So righting wrongs, putting things into balance. So I would say something in your life is going to, it could be a karmic situation, a karmic relationship, kind of moving out of that. It's time to move on. You've met that requirement. When I talk about, for those of you that don't really understand how I'm using the word karmic, it can be relationships with people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be friendships, work relationships, but it's people that come into your life that you are supposed to grow from. You're supposed to learn certain lessons and grow. And sometimes when we see the Justice card, it's done. It's happened and it's time to kind of move on. It can also just be a situation coming into balance with new clarity and truth. Okay? But it's big energy, something. It's going to be different for all of you. The challenge this month, very interesting, the 10 of Pentacles. So when it's not in a challenge position, it represents, having everything you want and need. I feel like you're feeling some sense of you don't have it yet. You're trying hard to get to this place of feeling like you have in your day-to-day life everything you want and need. Maybe that's where this ambition, this sense of ambition is coming from. Now, a fear some of you might be facing is the 7 of Pentacles. Really makes sense here. 7 of Pentacles is a feeling of waiting for all the work you put into something to, it's the fruits of your labor kind of card, waiting for the fruits of your labor, right? So this in a fear position can be just like that you feel like maybe it's never going to come. It kind of syncs up with the challenge here. Are you having these fears that you've worked so hard towards something and it's not happening? And so this is saying, be careful of that. When it shows up in your fears, it says be careful of that. Okay, you're doing what you need to do. You're showing ambition and drive and motivation. King of Wands is all about being motivated. Okay, and here this is lovely for these two energy. This is lovely energy to have in what you don't see coming. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, both the King and Queen of Pentacles, and again, remember, don't look at gender, it's the energy. Both the King and Queen of Pentacles are success in your day-to-day life. They both represent accomplishment. The Queen of Pentacles definitely is the creator of the environment you're in. Makes things, it leads with the heart a little more, meaning beautiful things, seeing the beauty in everything, can be kind of symbolic of fertility in a way. Like you actually, very commonly, you'll see bunnies in tarot, no matter who the illustrator is. The Queen of Pentacles, a representative for fertility. And we're not talking about literal having babies. I mean, it can be that, but not really literal. It's fertility of ideas and creating the spaces you are in, and a little more creative energy maybe than the King, who is just really accomplished and gets the job done. And but they're both very committed, down to earth energy. Okay, beautiful. So the message here is, under this challenge of feeling you're on your way. Either this, I usually read, a lot of people read court cards as other people. I don't. They can be, take it how it feels, but I usually read them as your energy, because I give my readings are always your energy. I don't read outside. Some readers read every card as outside energy in your life. I don't. I start from the inside out. Okay. So I feel that this is you embodying this energy. But I will say, since it's my long rambling thing about this is, since it's in the position of what you don't see coming, it could be somebody coming into your environment as well. Okay. Just a little sidebar on all this, a long-winded sidebar. Okay. Look at this. The Empress and the outcome, major arcana, and really beautiful. The Empress represents confidence and beauty. I mean, she is the mother of tarot. She's the queen of all queens. She embodies the energy of all of the queens. Okay? It's a really confident energy. Abundant. Yeah. What a fantastic way to end December. Yeah, so I would say this fear that you're having here, with maybe not feeling like you're not able to get to that end game. Maybe you're feeling like you don't have enough, or you put in the work and you're just always waiting. I see things maybe balancing out for you here. You have the motivation and drive this month, and this is kind of just a beautiful, maybe, I kind of feel like with these two energies here, do you notice that they both have their skirts on their dresses are both full of flowers? That represents beauty. Both are cards. This is a card kind of, do you see how it's a kind of a fertile, creative energy as well. You might be finding that once your success lies into embracing maybe a little less drive towards certain things like that you identify with as wealth. Maybe for some of you, you're going to realize maybe it's not all about how much money you make. Maybe it's really about your feeling of abundance is going to be derived in just the simple beauty in your life, right? How much more beauty and beautiful things. And when I use the term beauty, I'm not just talking about aesthetics, I'm just talking about that fullness in your heart. Yeah, I kind of feel it with this card too. Like I think maybe some of your priorities are going to shift this month, Taurus. New clarity is going to come about and things are going to shift, and maybe what you've thought was always your main goal isn't going to be that. Maybe it's time to shift things into a more passionate, creative force with this King of Wands and with this Queen of Pentacles and Empress, just food for thought. I hope this was helpful, Taurus. I think it's a beautiful reading. I will be back next week with some collective readings throughout the month. Until then, I hope you will subscribe. Either way, I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye bye.